Greetings. This is Wanda. This is Diaspora Connect. Thank you for tuning in. Greetings. This is Wanda. This is Diaspora Connect. I hope everyone can hear me well. Um, Now behind me there is a mattress. See that mattress? So don't mind that. That's just an extra mattress that I have, and I'm holding on to it just in case. You know, when we move, we may need a bigger mattress. So that one is a bigger mattress. So you see that? Please disregard it. But anyway, this is Wanda. This is Diaspora Connect. Thank you for tuning in. Decided to do a live video. I decided to do a live. I was trying to do a video on my phone, but my phone said memory full. I have no idea why my memory is full on my phone because I just brought new storage from my phone. So it's saying my memory is full. So yeah, that's neither here nor there. We're going to get it done. But anyway, I decided to do this video. And this conversation is about how you should guard your ideas when it comes to doing business, especially if you want to, which in America, a lot of people know that too. But when it comes to doing business here in Africa, on the continent, I would advise you to guard your ideas of the type of business that you want to do. Um, you need to ship the memory to the card. Ship the memory to the card. Oh, okay. I'll look into that. Thank you for tuning in, doing Garvey TV. Hello, welcome in the room. This is Diaspora Connect. This is Wanda. Thank you for tuning in. I want to say Habari, Mambo, Shalom. Greetings, family. Good morning, afternoon, and evening. Welcome to my channel. So I decided to do a live video today. Like I said, my phone, I tried to do it, said memory full. So I will try that doing Garvey TV. I will try that. But I wanted to do this video because this has been on my mind, on my heart. And it's basically about guarding your ideas and protecting your ideas. So many people want to leave the West and come to Africa. They have business ideas, they have dreams and things that they want to do here, things they want to set up and all that. I have noticed since being here that if you tell the wrong person what you want to do, or your dreams, or your desires, or your goals, sometimes people will, unfortunately, and it's been diaspora that I've noticed that have done this, they want to take your ideas and they want to build upon your ideas or improve what your desires or your ideas or your dreams or what you want to do here in Africa. And I've been seeing that just in these YouTube streets or in the diaspora streets here in Tanzania, and specifically in Tanzania is what I've been focusing on, or noticing that people are benefiting or taking, I can't think of any other word, that taking the ideas of someone else that had a dream and they're calling themselves doing it better. Taking their ideas or their dreams or things they want to do, and they're improving it because they feel like, I guess, that person, they can't do it the way they would do it. So that's really disheartening that I've noticed in our community. It's diaspora and specifically Black Americans, Hebrews, Bantus, but they call us like Americans. But I've noticed that that's happening a lot. And even for me, I've noticed that there have been people that I have talked to, that I have consulted with, and they see what I do. And some of them say to me, and it's been primarily women, but some of them say to me, I want to do what you're doing. And it's all fine and dandy if you want to do something similar to what I'm doing, but you're not going to necessarily be able to do exactly what I'm doing. So the idea of wanting to do exactly what I'm doing is kind of, it makes me a little nervous because I'm thinking, don't you have your own ideas, your own desires, your own things that you want to do to help people? I mean, which is how Diaspora Connect Tanzania or Diaspora Connect LLC was birthed through me wanting to help diaspora to come back home to Mama Africa. When I came back in 2020, people were reaching out to me, inquiring, they had questions. So I decided to start doing consultations because they had so many questions and they were interested in coming. And then the steps that I had taken to be here, I wanted to share it with them. Thus, I started to do consultations and business consultations since I created a business here in Tanzania on my own. I connected with the right attorney and the right people to create a business that is legitimate, and onto a land and building project that I started working on, which was a desire of mine to help our brothers and sisters or the ones that will come here to have a place for them to, maybe rent, or if they got into a situation or in a bond and they needed a place to stay, I would have something that I could offer, some kind of land where I built like maybe Airbnbs or little apartments or something where I can help our people. So that's what birthed Diaspora Connect and what I am doing today and what I have been doing since I've been here. This is the only uh, job that I've had, the only work that I've done. I did work when I first arrived back in 2020. I did have a job and I worked that job until December of 2020, and then I had to quit because, they weren't willing to allow me to work over here. So, yeah, so that's why I created the business for some type of financial sustainability income. And then I also rented out a room that the place I used to live in had an extra room, and I started renting that for income. So it's just different streams of income. I was just trying to work on how I would be able to sustain myself and stay here, because I was no longer working for other people. Thus I created my own business and had to think of ways to generate income. So uh, still here today, and now I have met a man, got married, and he's very supportive, and he's a good provider for, so to be able to sustain us, to be able to continue to have a lifestyle here and live in Tanzania. So but I've noticed that have been people, specifically women that I have helped, that I've consulted with, and not only women, just families and diaspora that I've helped, consulted with, given advice. They've paid for consultations, and I have noticed that some are doing similar to what I'm doing, which is fine. But they don't give me credit. They don't give me credit. They don't give me credit for providing advice, guidance, for even consulting with me. They don't shout me out. They don't shout me out personally, nor Diaspora Connect, my business. Diaspora Connect is a legitimate business that was registered. Yes, when you see me and you hear from me and you talk to me, you see Wanda. But it is really Diaspora Connect because I have a business and I'm sharing information, for you to be here, to assist you. So it is through Diaspora Connect that was birthed out of me. So when you talk to me and you get advice from me and you consult with me and you pay a fee for a consultation and you have stayed with me in the past in my apartment, all this is marketed through Diaspora Connect. I don't have a marketing person, I market myself. So that being said, I've noticed that people are getting the information, they're consulting with me, they're setting up businesses, and they're getting established here in Tanzania, but they're not giving me credit. They're not shouting me out. Not that, I need someone to toot my horn, but I'm my own marketing person. And if Diaspora, or me for that matter, if I have assisted you, provided information and guidance, whether online, whether you saw me online and then you decided to come, or you are a subscriber, and or you pay for services of consultations or business consultations or travel consultations, and or you see me here in Tanzania and I share my dream, my vision, my idea of what I want to do, and then you end up being successful here in Tanzania based on connections with me in any kind of way. It just is, to me, the right thing to do is give that person credit or shout that person out. It's like, I'm on YouTube and I'm doing videos, and people use my videos in, my information that I provide to, share with others. It's normal and it's a courtesy to shout that person out if you're going to use their video, if you're going to reference something they say, if you get a consultation with them and they have helped you. And I noticed that since I've been here for almost 4 years, I've consulted with probably thousands of people, and I'm not gonna lie, between them paying for it and at least 1,000 people or more, providing information, guidance, or whatever. No one shouts me out, you guys. No one gives me my props. No one gives me credit. I had one lady that did a video about me, and I'm not a YouTube drama person. So I choose not to use my platform to address issues or people saying things or whatever. But one YouTuber, a lady that I knew that she consulted with me, did a YouTube video about me saying that she consulted with me and she could have, she didn't get much information and blah, blah. But the point is, you consulted with me and you paid for my services, right? Whether you think it was worth it or not, you were able to come here, get established, sustain yourself. So I'm sure whether one word or two or anything that I said did benefit you in some kind of way, whether you believe it or agree with it or not. So I get a negative shout out, but I can't get a positive shout out. Like, I can't get my people to be like, shout out to Diaspora Connect, shout out to Wanda. She's helped me and I got established. I do have people come up to me and tell me that, but like on the line, in these YouTube streets, I can barely get a shout out. Okay, doing Garvey TV. Yes, we can do that. We can sit down and we can do a business consultation. That will be perfect. And so these are the things that I'm saying is, like, I've been consulting with people, and several people, you guys, have set up businesses because they had some type of advice from me. Whether it was a business consultation, whether it was a travel consultation, and then they were successful in setting up their own businesses. I had nothing to do with that, but I provided the guidance and the information, the warehouse, how to set it up, partnering with the local, etc. But no one wants to give me props. I shout myself out. So I mentioned the businesses that were successfully set up due to the advice that I was given. No, I did not set their businesses up. No, I didn't pay any money to get them established here in Tanzania, but I've consulted with many of them for them to have the information to successfully set up a legitimate business. I have a legitimate attorney. He's not a fake attorney. He's not a lying attorney. He's a real one. And businesses have been set up due to this. So, I just wanted to say, guard your business ideas. That's which is why I named this video, guard guard and protect your business ideas, because people will try to benefit from your ideas, which is what I am on my soapbox about in this video today. That I've seen several people that have connected with me in the past or have consulted with me, stayed in my house, and they have gone on to do, create businesses or do things successfully here. No one gives me my props. No one gives me my flowers. Give them to me while I'm alive. Okay, give me the props if I have helped you. I'm not asking you to shout me out if I have never provided any guidance or advice for you that has worked for you. But the reason that it's important for people to shout you out or to recommend you or to give you your props is because there are people looking for solid diaspora who have left the West and have repatriated to Africa in whatever country you're in, whether it's Ghana, the Gambia, Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda, Burundi, South Africa, wherever you have relocated to from the West and you have been successful. I consider successful in that you have been here at least a year or longer and you have sustained yourself, you have created a business, or you have established your life here on the continent. For me, I've gotten married here. I have created a business here. I've created a life here for myself. Been here for 4 years. In July this year, in 2024, it'll be 4 years. So I think I have established or shown my consistency that I have been. Um, um, let's see. I have been consistent in what I've been doing here. Not that it's perfect. Not that I have not had. Obstacles that I had to face, but I have weathered the storm to be here long enough to share my experience and share what I have um, learned with you. Um, I'm just reading the comment 1 second. Okay. Okay. Doing Garvey TV. Congratulations on you setting up and working on a company in Kenya. Hungary, congratulations. And sure, I am more than willing to share what I know, share my experience. Yes, I was a single person when I came here. No, I didn't know everything. No, I didn't have a man with me at the time, but I was still able to get a business registered. That's very difficult to find, to get a business registered and to connect with people that you have to trust, because I do have 2 local partners, and recently I was able to actually update my contract with my business, where I did switch out 2 local partners and I substituted 2 other ones. So that's a possibility that I just realized, and I just found out recently through my attorney that I can actually do that. So that's a great thing. So if you do have a business and create a business here in Tanzania, and you do have partners, and things are not going the way that you thought they would go with the partners, you can actually substitute those out and bring in 2 new ones. So you can remove the 1 or the 2 that you have and bring in a new one to substitute them or take their place, which is what I actually recently did. So I replaced 2 of my partners with 2 new ones. The 2 ones that I had, they had their own personal things that they needed to do within their lives, so they weren't available for me. They kind of dropped off the map, so it's kind of left alone, kind of hanging to try to manage in the country, without knowing the language, trying to manage as best as I can. Also, that this is a patriarchal society, and I am a female, and so I needed a male to assist me in the business and be here for me when I needed things, to handle the business part of it, the tax stuff and all that business stuff, to go to the offices on my behalf. And so I didn't have that. So I had to release the other 2 that I had. Now I have 2 new ones. And the 2 new ones is a brother, a kaka, and a sister. So now I have a kaka and a sister instead of just 2 brothers. I have 2. So if one is not available, the other one will be available for me to handle the business for me, or go to the business offices and do things for me and talk to people about, projects or whatever for me on my behalf. And sometimes I can't always be present, or especially because I don't know the language well enough to communicate the things that I need all the time. So that's why it's good to have a local partner that knows the language, especially here in Tanzania, because everyone does not speak English or really understand the details in English for some things. So it's also good to have a local partner. To continue, I'm just reading the comments, y'all. No, I do not have an accountant doing Garvey. I don't have an accountant. I just basically keep track of my own books for my own self. In here, you can actually do that if you're able to, if you have the skills to do to handle your own financials. So I do have a bachelor's degree in business. So no, I'm no expert by any means, but I kind of have a foundation with accounting, finance, in having a business degree. I did touch on a few of those, and then I worked in a couple of businesses in America where I handled some of the financials. So I worked for Ford Motor Credit Company in the loss prevention department. So I handle a lot of the financial, the budgeting and stuff like that. So I know some stuff about, the budgets and some financial stuff. Like, I'm not an expert, I'm not an accountant, but I can handle my own. Like, I wouldn't do it for someone else because I'm not skilled enough in that area to be considered an accounting or finance. I touched on it as a business administration major degree in it. I just touch on a little bit of each area: marketing, management, accounting, finance. So I know a little bit of each, but I don't have an accountant personally, a personal accountant. I'm my own accountant. So, yeah. And now that my husband is, I'm married, he's good at financial stuff as well. So we pull our heads together and we manage it in that aspect. And my two partners, they're they have their skills that they have to contribute to the overall um, working and running of Diaspora Connect LLC. So, and then I do keep track of a lot of my financial stuff. So you can keep track of that, which is very helpful when you have like, PayPal, Cash App, you have a GoFundMe account, you have, Vodacom, Tigo Pass, the different phone um, companies that when you make payments, you keep track. So you can have a rolling list of your finances that you keep track of. And then also you have a business, you have a tax ID number. So if you go purchase things in the country, you use your tax ID number so it can be, recorded. So yes, you submit your documents or your tax information to the Tanzanian Revenue Association, to the government, and then they, calculate your taxes and all that stuff. So yeah, so you just keep track of all your stuff and then you submit it to the tax office, and they, you know, they'll tell you based on like a percentage what your taxes will be. So that's kind of how I've been doing it so far. And yeah, so it's been very rewarding because it's my own business. I'm in a self-employed person. I haven't worked a job for going on 4 years, and it's been a job for someone else. I work for myself. So your business, I kind of got digressed a little bit. I'm coming back this way, but so your business ideas and your dreams or whatever are yours. So make sure that you guard them and be mindful of who you share them with. Uh, I'm learning that, so I'm being a little bit more private and personal with my ideas, things I want to do. I'm not sharing them online as much as I used to. I'm not sharing my life, my personal things that I do online as much as I used to, because I'm seeing how these YouTube streets go with your information, and how people are like watching and looking and trying to come up with ideas. We all trying to do what we need to do to stay in Africa, on the continent, within some people are within reason, but some people are, hustling. It's a hustle. So you have to keep that in mind when you decide that you want to um, do business here. You have to try to guard your space, your ideas, and your intellectual properties, I would say. So your intellectual properties are very there. People can't put a price on it, and they can make you money, you know, or you can, yeah, not make money with it. So, but just protect it and guard it. And like, I have a lot of plans or ideas that I want to continue to improve upon in Diaspora Connect Tanzania, or Diaspora Connect LLC. I want to, in this country, Tanzania, I want to improve on some of the things that I'm doing, the services I'm providing, as well as expand. But I'm not sharing how I'm going to expand outside of real estate, because I'm doing a land and building project, and that's going to be a big project. And I'm not sharing as much as I used to on it. Um, yeah, but I'll share some things, and it's not something that's open to everybody at this point. I wanted it to be at first, the land and building project, open to everyone, but now being here and seeing how things have been transpiring with us as diaspora, and even in um, a country that I was not born in, still considered a foreigner. So I have to guard my ideas, because in these YouTube streets, the whole world is watching. I'm always mindful of that. The whole world is watching. So you have friends, you have family, you have frenemies, you have enemies, you have haters, you have those who don't wish you well, you have those who wish to harm you or whatever. So keep that in mind when you're sharing your dreams and your aspirations and your ideas of how you want to do business, how you want to need to sustain yourself. You got to keep that in mind in these YouTube streets. And that's one thing that I've learned also by being here, as long as I've been here and being online, having a YouTube channel, that it is growing. It's growing slowly. So I do want to thank all my faithful subscribers and my new subscribers. Welcome to my channel. And I'm also doing some hair growth videos and hair journey videos showing how I'm trying to grow my hair out. So I'm showing how I am managing to grow my hair, help hair or assist my hair, because it's going to grow, but assist it to retain length and not dye it, color it, and this going all natural gray, you know. So I'm doing those too, but I'm just trying to expand the channel and work on my gifts and talents that I have, not focusing on what other people are doing, but what works for me. So I would say that my channel is growing based on what I'm providing. So I'm not comparing it to other people saying they have 10,000 subscribers and I only have 2. I'm just grateful for the subscribers that I have at 2,000. I feel like that's great, and it's growing. And I just hope that my content is, so it's not the quantity, it's the quality, that my content is beneficial and it's helpful for those who want to come, who are aspiring to come, who think they can't do it because they're a woman or they're middle aged or they're too old or they're too, they don't have a lot of money. I didn't have a lot of money. I'm not rich. I wasn't rich when I came, and I'm just working with what the resources that I have, and also been blessed by the uncreated creator. Have to give him credit. Always have to shout him out, the Most High, the Almighty, the Eternal One, the Yah, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the Holy One of Israel. We have many names for him. Some people call him God, but he knows when you call his name, he knows who you are. He knows who that you're calling him. So he has many names, and I don't argue about names that people call the Father and the Son. I just know that I believe I know that they're real. I have names for them, but yeah. But anyway, I want to give him credit, shout him out, because he is worthy. He is the reason I'm still here these number of years. And I'm just very appreciative and very grateful. And I'm going to always shout him out and give him credit for sustaining me, for providing for me, for blessing me with a good husband, man, to continue to support me and provide for me. So all praises, all praises. So yeah, but I just want to do this video and just share my heart with you about what I've been noticing in these YouTube streets from the diaspora in this community here in Tanzania. We do have a community. Not all of our people are online. Not all of our people are YouTubers, but I see a lot of them outside of online, outside in person. They come here. I meet them at the grocery stores and the restaurants and on the streets out in these African streets, running up and down the mall and here and there. So that makes my heart happy. And they tell me that they're proud of me and that they they appreciate what I'm doing, providing the advice and guidance. And I have many that have consulted with me, and I have some that have created businesses here based on the fact that they have either talked to me, met with me, whether they shout me out or not. The Most High, uncreated creator, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, he knows the influence that I've had on many lives, being here and wanting to come here. And yes, so I just wanted to share that with you, my feeling on that. And Shabbat Shalom, sis. Sisters, Shabbat Shalom, Shalom, sisters. Yeah, doing Garvey TV, it is really sad that we can't build together. Yeah, it's part of a curse, and I hate to be, keep bringing up like the Bible, whatever, but not really, because it's the foundation whereby which I live. I live by the law, statutes, and commandments in the Old Testament. So, which I am going back to that. I didn't always, because I was called a Christian, but I didn't live by the law, statutes, and commandments in the Bible. So I'm actually going back to the Old Testament of how the Most High, or the uncreated creator wanted the Israelites in the Bible to live. And he had certain laws and dietary laws and rules and feasts that they should follow. All of that is what I'm going back to now. So that's where I consider myself a believer. Not really a label, it's just a bloodline that I am, but I want to be as helpful as I can with my brothers and sisters, specifically in America, which is where I was born and raised. Yes. Yeah, thanks, sis. It's a blessing. Thank you. Welcome to my live. I did get a new computer, and so my husband had brought it for me. And so now I'm able to go on lives on my computer. So I'm very grateful. And my computer that I had was stolen back in 21 or 2021. And so now I finally have another one, and I'm able to go live. I said I was going to do more lives, but I wanted to share with everyone like my feeling, how I feel, what I've noticed in these YouTube streets and in the diaspora community here, specifically in Tanzania. Everybody's doing their own thing, and that's wonderful. I'm all for us doing things that's on our hearts. We have desires and we have dreams, but keeping it in perspective, we don't want to steal from each other. We don't want to take ideas from each other. And then that's one thing that I've noticed that I'm noticing people are doing in these YouTube streets or in the Israelite Hebrew diaspora community here in Tanzania, the ones that come from the West. And yes, we're all trying to stay. We are trying to find ways to make money, and I get it. But at the same time, don't take people's ideas, shout people out, give people credit for the hard work and the ideas that the Most High's put in their spirit or in their hearts or in their minds to make money, to do things to better, Tanzania, to bring it, to improve it and to help develop it. Not that we are doing it, but we are working with the community, with the country to improve it, to make business better, to make customer service better, to improve the economy financially and bless ourselves and bless them as well. So we want to work as as a unit. We want to work together. We don't want to work against each other. We want to bring our ideas together. We want to improve the economy. We want to improve our lives here. We want to make it more comfortable for us. We want to make it more developed in that we're more comfortable with how we live in terms of these infrastructures and the transportation and everything that we can do within our power, small little things, but we don't want to tear each other down, and we don't want to steal from each other and take from each other. Oh, thank you, sis. Yeah, so so we have to do better, y'all, in the diaspora community. When we come, we have to do better in shouting people out, giving people credit for their ideas. If we want to, um, you know, do something similar to what someone else is doing, especially if they have talked to you, if they have shared with you, if you have watched their YouTube channel and saw that they have a project going on and you like the project and you're supposed to, that's a good thing, but you want to give them credit. Just give people credit if you are doing what they're doing. And if you're basically copying off of their idea, shout them out. It won't hurt you. It's not going to hurt you to say, a shout out to blah, 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 who is doing this land and building project. And that's a good idea. I think I want to do something similar or whatever, or I'm doing consultations. I see other people doing consultations and I consulted with blah, blah, blah. Shout out to you because you gave me good ideas. It's making me want to do this. It's not going to hurt people to shout others out for the good things that they do. And so going back to myself, I'm not being shouted out, and it's kind of bothering me because yes, I can shout myself out. And sorry, you guys see this mattress. I know it's kind of tacky looking, but I had an extra mattress when I moved here, and the place that I am in now, they had another size bed. So that mattress that I have is an extra mattress. And when I move to another place, I'm going to use that mattress. So that's why I have it in the background, and I couldn't move it. I don't have another place to put it. So I'm trying to hide it, but yeah, it's behind me right there. So I know that's kind of tacky, y'all. I'm so sorry, but I don't have no else to be. And my place is not. This place is not as big. So yeah. So please disregard the mattress in the background. But anyway, um, back to the point of let's shout each other out, y'all, because the Most High, the uncreated Creator, He sees the heart of people, and your hands have to be clean and your heart pure, and you have to do the right thing. So for me, I'm quick to give people props, shout people out if they have helped me, if they have done anything, gave me good ideas, or even if they had ideas that they uh, uh, built something or done something really good. I am quick to shout them out. So come on, y'all, give me the credit and the props that, if I helped you, if you established the business or done anything here from the information or the guidance or the advice that I have given you, shout a sister out. It won't hurt. Not that it's going to make me blow up on my channel. I don't expect to get 10,000 new subscribers because you shouted me out, but it's just the right thing to do. We should do one another like that. We should treat one another like we want to be treated. We should love one another like we want to be loved or appreciated. Let's do each other like we want to be, done. Because even since I've been here, I'm reading some of the comments. One second, y'all. Ayawa Evans. I hope I pronounced your name right. Ayawa donated to them, gave advice, and they took. Wow. Yes. Yes. Yes, Ayawa. This is what I'm talking about. You help people, give people advice, and they steal your ideas, and then or they take your advice, they benefit, they create a business, and they do exactly what you advise them to do in a consultation, but they don't give you credit. Come on, guys, we must do better with that. It's a hurting feeling, and it's discouraging to people also who are trying to do business and share and help people. It makes people not want to share with people. It makes people not want to help people and provide information and guidance. Even for me, even on my channel, I'm real uh, reserved now about what I share. I don't share as much as I could online like I used to, because people take the ideas, or they consult with me, and then I share certain things. Now I don't even share everything. Like, I have so much information I can share with people. I can share about bank accounts. I can share about different phone things to do on your phone. I mean, so much that I could share about the things that I've learned about being here, even with the partner situation, even in business. So if you have a business and you have a partner, I just shared that you can remove that partner if they're not. So say, for instance, if you realize that they have a lack of integrity, or if they're stealing, or if they're not respecting you, or whatever the case might be, you have a business, they're your partner. Yes, you have to pay as the CEO, director of the company, like I am, control operations. You do have to pay, but you can get them removed and replaced. So that's something that a lot of people don't know, but I just found that out. So whenever I find out information in terms of business or living here or anything, I try to share it. But now I'm more apprehensive about sharing so many details, because people take the ideas, they don't give you credit, they don't shout you out, and they talk about it as if it was their idea. I've noticed a lot of that has happened to me, and I haven't said anything. I haven't been saying anything because I'm trying to keep things more on a positive note. But this, in the diaspora community, is pretty disgusting. We shouldn't do that, especially if we call ourselves spiritual people. Um, it does not matter what your spiritual practice is. If you're a spiritual person, and you know that there are spirits that are good and evil, and there, when we leave this body, we're going to another place, and there. So look, being able to look in the mirror, Don't think that the hidden things of the heart won't be revealed. Don't think that the uncreated creator does not see what you're doing when you do that behind people's back and you don't give them credit and you steal their ideas. You use their business name. That has happened to me where diasporas were using my business name, Diaspora Connect, and they didn't give me credit. They didn't even ask me if they could use the business name. It is a legitimate business here, registered here in Tanzania. So when you use someone's business name, you have to get permission from them if it's okay. You have to ask them if it's a registered business in this country, and mine is registered. So it was used by Diaspora without my permission for like 4 months. They finally decided to stop using it, but they were benefiting and making money off of my business name without my permission. This shouldn't be happening here in Tanzania. It shouldn't be going on amongst us, period. Yes. I'm so glad I helped you, sis. But so my business name was used, and it was a hurting feeling. It made me angry, but I all praises to the Most High. I handled it well. I didn't, because I talked to my attorney, and my attorney told me that I could actually, uh, hey sis, yes, my attorney told me that I could actually sue, but I didn't want to because um, it was a diaspora, and we're all trying to make it. So I chose not to. And I just asked the Most High, I said, I'm going to let you handle it because you said that you will repay and you will handle it. So I took my hands off of it and I let the Most High handle it. And then these particular people, they stopped using the business name after 4 months. So all praises to the Most High. But my point is we shouldn't do one another that way. We should not. We are rich. Revelations 2:9 and 3:9. I know your tribulation. I'm summarizing. The scriptures say, but you are rich because there are gems and jewels within us. We have gifts and talents within us. We are the people of the book. So we are rich. We may not have the financial cash in our hands, but we are rich in ideas, in things that we put our hands to. It flourishes, it's blessed. We have a lot of gifts and talents. So when we have an idea and we have a dream and we have things is in our spirit to birth forth, we shouldn't take from one another. We should give each other credit. We shouldn't do it. So I know I'm repeating this, but it's dear. It's been bothering me in my spirit, in my heart, and so I wanted to share it with you guys. So you know just keep those things in mind when you come here, and even in the West, and you're trying to think of ideas, things that you want to do here in the motherland of how to sustain yourself. Be kind to each other, be kind to one another, and give one another credit and props. And you can piggyback off of somebody else's idea. It's okay, but just make sure that you are unique in your approach, in that you're not just taking someone's entire idea and just making it yours. Come on, let's tweak it a little bit. Let's give that person credit. Let's tell that person, that idea that you had about, selling this or doing this. I like it. I like that idea. So, I want to do a version of my own. That's all. It's just a matter of you letting that person know that you like what they're doing, and that you have skills in this area, and then you want to kind of piggyback off of what they did to maybe expand it or do it in another area. Like for me, I do consultations. A lot of people do consultations. So that's our own unique way of sharing what we know. And it's okay. But if the idea came from somebody that was doing it, or, they impressed you some kind of way, or something that they did, it won't hurt you to be like, shout out to blah, blah, blah. They've been here so-and-so amount of time on the continent, and they do consultations, and they're doing a land and building project, or they're doing this. And I'm shouting them out because I admire them, and I want to do something like that. So I want to come and do something similar to that. Not exactly what they're doing, but shout them out. Shout them out, you guys. So yeah, I said it. I was kind of holding that in, but it was bothering me. So I had to kind of mention, I hope it wasn't too negative, but it needed to be said, because how we treat one another is very important. And people are watching us online, and here in Tanzania, they're learning from us of how we treat one another as diaspora. We don't want to beat people out of money. We don't want to scam each other, and I know we need money, but we shouldn't do one another like that. And yeah, it's I'm talking to all of us. And yeah, so I want to end this live. I just wanted to get that off my chest, and just make sure that I tell you to guard your gems and your jewels of your ideas about business, and your contacts and your connects. You got to protect that too, y'all, because people will and have taken your contacts and your yes, sis, Galatians 5. People will take your contacts. So if you have contacts, and you have drivers, and you have building people that you work with, that are your contacts, you can share them with others. And sometimes people will try to cutthroat you. They will try to take your connects and use them for themselves. That's not right. Come on, y'all. That's not right. I've even had someone to try to that I consulted with, a man, and I'm gonna share this scenario, y'all. Since we talking about it, let's talk about it. I've had a man that I consulted with to go behind my back and reach out to one of my partners about business, doing business together, right? And we already have a business set up. It's called Diaspora Connect. I have two partners. They're partners in the business. This diaspora male, went behind my back to try to work with them without me. Okay. He met them through me. He met them through Diaspora Connect. And so, I know this is a patriarchal society, and I understand I'm a woman, but at the same time, brother, you from the West, you from my home, you supposed to be my brother, but you go behind my back to try to cutthroat me with my local partner. That was dirty. And then to add insult to injury and embarrassment, the local brother, that's my partner, had to tell me that your brother from the diaspora, he's reaching out to me. He sends me this. So he sends me this, shows me the message that he sends him. Yes, he shows me the message that he sends him, that he wants to, he's trying to get him to do things behind my back. So my partner, who is a Tanzanian, my ex-partner, now I have two new partners now, but he was my ex-partner. He tells me, he shows me the message. And so I connect with this diaspora brother from the West, from my home. How embarrassing that I connect with him and say, brother, did you reach out to my partner and ask him to do A, B, C, and D, X, Y, Z? And he's like, well, yeah, I felt like he was the next best person. So that's the response I get. That's the disrespect I get. And I'm like, brother, this is a business. This is not a person. This is a business, a legitimate registered business. If you need a service, you need to ask me. I'm the CEO. I control operations. They don't connect until I connect them. You have to ask me. And then furthermore, we don't do that service. The thing he was asking, we don't even perform that service, because he was trying to get my partner to help his partner to set up a business. We don't do that. And if he wanted to do it behind my back, then I found out anyway. So these are the things that I'm saying, you guys. I was pretty like, are you serious? Like, I was feeling some kind of way about this interaction that happened. Yes, because this is a patriarchal society here in Tanzania, and men typically do all the business. Women do business, but it's different. And so for my own diaspora homeboy brothers to go behind my back and try to talk to my partners that I brought them to and connected them with was an insult. And the brother didn't feel like he owed me an apology. He didn't feel like he owed me an apology, just the respect that he had towards me. I get that a lot, even from my diaspora brothers and sisters. They have zero respect for me as a businesswoman, but you got more respect for my local partners who wouldn't even be in the business if I wouldn't have created it and paid for it. They didn't pay for it. I paid for it with my money to create this business. And it was my idea. And they're doing and following a lot of the instructions that I provided to them. But yet you have the brothers from the West, and I've had two brothers do me like that in America one was from the Bahamas and one was from America, that tried to go behind my back and cutthroat me with my partners. And my partners stood for me. My local partners stood for me. What does that look like? I got local partners that's from Tanzania standing for me and fighting for me, but I have my diaspora brothers from the West who I'm trying to help and do business with cutthroat me. That's not good, y'all. That's not good at all. Yes, some of them are brute beasts journey with us. Yes. And so that's my experience, even creating this business. And I'm going to go as far as to tell you this. Since I'm laying it all on the table, I'm going to tell you this. I haven't been sharing it because I've been kind of keeping it to myself, and I've been kind of praying about it and letting the Father, Abba Yah, handle it for me. But it's kind of making me feel some kind of way, because it's just not right that we want to share information, especially as women, with our brothers. We want to share information. We want to bring them in. We want to bring them into business. We want to share our contacts. But you're going to go behind my back and cutthroat me. I've had a brother do me like that. It was from the Bahamas. I was going to create a business. I was going to let him partner with me in business. We was going to partner together. And I don't know if you look through my timeline, it was back maybe a year or so ago, maybe 2 years ago, it was called New Leaf Collective, right? I was going to partner with a brother in business to do that, right? He was trying to pull some shady stuff on me, some cutthroat behind my back stuff on me. So I had to tell him I can't do business with you no more, and I had to do it alone and create Diaspora Connect. It was going to be New Leaf Collective with a brother partnering with him in a business, doing business and doing a land project. But he tried to cutthroat me behind my back with my attorney, to add insult to injury with my attorney. So check this out, y'all. I'm the only female, right? And I'm gonna tell you, I'm the only female. I got 3 brothers involved. I got 4 brothers involved. I got 3 Tanzanian brothers. I got 2 partners and an attorney, all Tanzanian. Then I got this brother from the Bahamas, my diaspora brother from the Bahamas, and me. I'm the only woman. This brother is trying to cutthroat me and go behind my back and talk to my attorney behind my back, trying to change things in the business that we were about to register. All praises to the Most High. We didn't get it registered. It was called New Leaf Collective. We didn't get it registered because he was trying to do some stuff behind my back. The attorney calls me and tells me, the attorney tells him, I represent her because she paid me. So I'm her attorney. So if it comes between you and her, I got her back. I'm going to listen to her and not you. So the attorney has to call me and tell me. And then he ended up fessing up, telling me what he was trying to do behind my back. So I had to tell him, look, I can't go into business with you. I'm done. I can't do this with you. I got to do it without you. So he was out and my son was in. That's how my son is one of the directors of Diaspora Connect. So it's me and my son, and I had 2 partners, created the business. So I went on and created Diaspora Connect without him. I had to think of a name, and shout out to my sister. She helped me with the name Diaspora Connect. Kutham, that's her name. And she wrote a children's book called African Leaders. And I'm shouting her out. Her name is Cutthroat. She has a business of her own in Zanzibar. And she does like sea moss and all that, but she's a Tanzanian. She helped me think of a name, which is how I came up with Diaspora Connect. She helped me. So shout out to you, Cutthroat, if you're watching. And she's a big person in Tanzania. She has a business. She speaks really good English, and she's international because she ships over it to America. She has a company and she sells, I forget the name of her products that she sells in Zanzibar, but she's solid businesswoman. She helped me think of a name. And so shout out to her. I'm going to shout her out because Diaspora Connect she gave me the idea of the name. So, and the brother was out, my son was in. So then we registered Diaspora Connect, me and my son and my two brothers, and then we had a male attorney. So this is the experience that I've had with Diaspora, trying to do business, trying to steal ideas, trying to be cutthroat. It's disgusting. We need to stop it because it's wicked and it's evil and it's disgusting. You keep you're doing this to a woman that is a middle-aged woman, single by herself. I'm not rich. I'm here by myself. And you got my brothers coming at me. Even the brother that tried to go behind my back that I consulted with, him and his wife, they created a business. They didn't shout me out. They created a business here in Tanzania, and they didn't shout me out. And I'm gonna name it. It's called Mazani. It's a restaurant here in Tanzania. Mazani. The husband consulted with me. And I'm on my soapbox because I was pissed about it and I didn't say nothing about it. But he consulted with me. When I shouted them out, the wife came at me talking about, we regret, we don't appreciate you shouting our business out. Well, your husband consulted with me. I didn't reach out to him. He paid for a consultation. Yes, it was only $35. And they feel like information was little to nothing. But you met with my partner, my business partners, and they gave you the advice for you to set your business up. But you saying what I did was minute. The wife was like, we just sat with you and you gave us some information and we gave you $35. No, it was a consultation and it was from Diaspora Connect. It wasn't just sitting with me. So you was able, through my advice, to set up your business. No, I didn't pay for it. And no, I didn't have nothing to do with you setting it up, but you consulted with me and you got advice about how to do it. That's called a business consultation that you got from me, but you didn't give me credit and you was feeling some kind of way because I let your business out. So I get that. I get that from people. You consulted with me. Yeah, it was $35 at the time and you feel like, I just gave you some money for you to survive. No, you got information in exchange and you were successful. So stop being wicked. It's very wicked to not give people credit for the things that they did to help you. So yeah, I said it. And I was holding that back, y'all. I wasn't going to share it. Yeah, I was holding that back. And so I said it. But yeah, people don't want to give you credit. They want to downplay your skills, your gifts, and your talents. But look at the Most High. Look at the uncreated creator. Look at the one who gave me the wake-up call about who I am and showed me that I am from Africa. And thus, I've been here ever since, and he's been providing. So yes, he did call me to be here. And yes, he did wake me up to the truth about who I am. And he did tell me that I am from Africa. Now, Tanzania, I don't know, but somewhere on the continent. Thus, I've been here trusting him the whole time. So y'all, just want to share that with you. Guard your ideas. Guard your information. Guard your contacts and be very strategic in who you share your information with, what you put online, because people are waiting and lurking. Yes, that's the way it went, Keith. Yes, that's the way it went. You didn't shout me out. And the brother I'm talking about jumped in the live right now, Keith Bryant. Yes, you consulted with me. I didn't consult with you. You had a business consultation with me and my partner. You set up your business because you consulted with me. So it was right to shout me out because you consulted with me, but you came at me wrong and your wife came at me wrong. So yes, I'm shouting you out. Yes, since you came on here, yes, you was wrong for that. And may the Most High deal with you on that because you never acknowledged the fact that you consulted with me and your wife owed me an apology too. But anyway, I'm going to keep moving. But anyway, I said it, and I'm not going to take it back, and I meant it. If you consulted with me and you got information from me and you didn't shout me out and you were successful, then shame on you for not doing the right thing. There are people with ideas. There are people with gifts and talents and things they want to do. People steal their ideas, or people get information and they don't shout them out. So I'm going to start speaking it. So if I see that you consulted with me and you created a business, or you're doing anything in reference to the consultation information that I provided for you, yes, I'm going to mention it for you too. You should do the right thing, and you should give people credit where credit is due. So thank you for everyone tuning in. Thank you for your subscription. And I'm going to do another live soon. I just wanted to make sure that you know, when you come here, protect your assets, protect intellectual properties, protect everything, because people are lurking to see where they can get information and get things from you without giving you your just due. So I'm going to end this live. Thank you for tuning in, and I will do another one soon. Shalom, shalom, peace, family, and I'm going to see you in the next live.